Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Pia Dina. Today, I will be sharing with you Pia's travel in Germany in 2016, where I had a chance to visit Berlin, Potsdam, Munich and Titisee. Berlin is the capital of Germany and the country's largest city. It is noted for its cultural flair. Berlin is home to the world-famous Berlin Opera and Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. While its diverse art scene encompasses hundreds of galleries, events, and museums, including those on Museum Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. While in Berlin, I bought a ticket to Hop-on and Hop-off Bus Tour A. This takes me to all main sites in Berlin for 2 hours. It is about 20 stops. On and hop-off tours are circular tours by bus, which will bring you to the most popular sites in Berlin's city center. You just simply hop on the bus at any stations of the tour, then hop off at a station of your choice and continue to the city center with the next bus on the course. There are 20 stops of the tour. The city tours includes the most important sites in Berlin. Pardon my pronunciation. The first stop is the Kurfürstendamm with Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church, Europa Center, and Academy. Next, you can go to Zoological Garden and Aquarium. The third stop is Lotso-Platz. The fourth stop is the Cultural Forum with Pellegrin and New National Gallery. Then, Potsdamer Platz. Then you can stop at Martin Gropius Building and Wall Remains. Next is the famous Checkpoint Charlie and the Wall Museum. The next stop is the Garden Market with French Cathedral and German Church. Next is the Nicolai Quarter. Next stop is the Alexanderplatz with TV Tower. The next stop is the Red Town Hall. Next is the Neptune Fountain. Next is the Berlin Cathedral and Garten. Next is the Museum Islands and the Sundhaus. Next is the Brandenburg Gate. The next stop is the Unter den Linden with Regency and Hamptons University. The next stop is Reichstag and Tiergarten. The next stop is the Holocaust Memorial. The next stop is Hauptbahnhof, the Central Station and Federal Chancellery. And the last stop is the Berlin Palace and the Victory Column. The most famous stops are Alexanderplatz, the Brandenburg Gate, the Victory Column, and the Checkpoint Charlie. The Brandenburg Gate. Berlin's most famous historical landmark is the Brandenburg Gate, or the Brandenburger Tor, once a symbol of a divided nation and now a symbol of unity and peace. This neoclassical gate was commissioned by King Frederick William II in 1788, and its design was inspired by the Peripleia in Athens' Acropolis. The sandstone monument is 26 meters tall, standing in the Middle District Paris's Platz, just a block from the Reichstag building. Berlin Wall Memorial. The Berlin Wall originated in 1961 when East Germany sealed off the half of the city to prevent citizens from fleeing to West Germany. By the time it was torn down in 1989, the 4-meter-high wall extended 155 kilometers, dissected 55 streets, and possessed 293 observation towers and 57 bunkers. Checkpoint Charlie Museum is also a very interesting, marking the best-known crossing point between East and West Berlin. This is fascinating tourist attraction, features numerous displays and artifacts tracing the history of human rights, along with exhibits dealing specifically with the story of the Berlin Wall and Checkpoint Charlie. Charlottenburg Palace and Park. Berlin's oldest and largest Parisian estate, the late 17th century Charlottenburg Palace, was for decades the primary residence of German royalty. Beautifully restored, this huge palace has extraordinary features, including a massive 50-meter-high central dome, opulent Baroque and Rococo decor throughout its expansive rooms, and a large garden that was inspired by the gardens at Versailles. While in Berlin, I was able to pay respect to the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. It is a remarkable testament to the people of Germany and their commitment to never turn a blind eye to the atrocities of the past. The Memorial to the Murdered Jews of Europe, also known as the Holocaust Memorial. It is another Berlin landmark that attracts tourists from all over the world. Another landmark is the Berliner Fernsehturm, or Berlin's television tower. The 368-meter tall Berliner Presenturm is the Europe's third largest freestanding structure that has attracted over 60 million visitors from the Dam thrown from the spectacular views over Germany's capital. Grosser Tiergarten and the Victory Column, literally translated as the Animal Garden, Berlin's Grosser Tiergarten has long been a major tourist attraction. Originally a royal hunting reserve in which deer, wild pigs, and other game were kept, it was transformed into a public park in 1700. Attractively laid out with abundance of trees and shrubs and expanses of grass and flower borders. The Tiergarten covers 210 hectares and is a favorite spot for relaxation, walking, and boating. While in Berlin, you can also visit the rebuilt Reichstag, the Museum Island, the German Historical Museum, the Gentar Market, the Jewish Museum Berlin, the German Museum of Technology, the Pergamon Museum, the Humboldt Forum, the Berlin Cathedral Church, the Topography of Terror, the Berlin Zoological Gardens, the Berlin Damen Botanical Garden and the Botanical Museum, the DDR Museum, the Nicolai Quarter, the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church, and others. Do you know that the Holocaust Memorial consists of 19,000 square meters and it is covered with 2,700 concrete slabs or stele, which is arranged in a grid pattern on a sloping field? Inaugurated on 10th May 2005, 60 years after the end of the World War II in Europe, and opened to the public 2 days later. While in Germany, I had a glimpse of Munich. Munich is the capital and most populous city of Bavaria. It is the third largest city in Germany after Berlin and Hamburg, and thus the largest which does not constitute its own state, as well as the 11th largest city in the European Union. The city metropolitan is home to 6 million people. Munich is also known for its architecture, fine culture, and the annual Oktoberfest beer celebration, its vibrant cultural scene, and its museum. While in Berlin, I visited Potsdam. Potsdam is the capital and largest city of the German state of Brandenburg. It directly borders the German capital Berlin, and it is a part of the Berlin-Brandenburg metropolitan region. Potsdam was a residence of the Prussian kings and the German Kaiser until 1918. Landmarks include the parks and the palaces of Sanssouci, Germany's largest World Heritage Site, as well as other palaces such as the Orangerie Palace, the New Palace, the Censorhof Palace, or the Chancellorhof Palace. Make a shout out to Ruby. Ruby is my previous student who is Berlin-based at the time when I visited Germany. Sanssouci is a historical building in Potsdam. It is built by Frederick the Great, the King of Prussia, as his summer palace. It is often counted among the German rivals of Versailles. While Sanssouci is in the more intimate Rococo style and is far smaller than its branch Baroque counterpart, it is too notable for the numerous temples and follies in the park. A shout out to Stella, Manuel, and Raymond. They came from Abu Dhabi and traveled to Berlin also. The palace was designed and built by George Wenceslas von Charlottenburg between 1745 and 1747 to fulfill King Frederick's needs of a private residence where he could relax away from the pomp and ceremony of the Berlin court. The palace name emphasizes this. It is a French phrase, Sanssouci, which translates as without concerns, meaning without worries or carefree, symbolizing that the palace was a place for relaxation rather than a seat of power. While in Germany, I was able to see also Titisee. Titisee is a lake in the southern Black Forest in Baden-Württemberg. Few more things about Potsdam. Potsdam is most famous for its castle. It is a historical town. It is full of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It is the capital and state of the Brandenburg. It is the birthplace of European film production. It is an educational center. Everywhere is within easy cycling distance. There's history on the waterways. It is a popular Dutch district. And also it is a Russian town. I hope you enjoyed this video, Reminiscing Pia's Travel in Germany 2016, a compilation of photos showcasing the beauty of Germany. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for notification. Like, comment, and share.